Now students, let us start doing exercise 9.1 of your book. We are just discussing the question number 1. What is this question number 1? In a mathematics test, the following marks, these are the marks obtained by 40 students. Arrange these marks in a table using telemarks. It has been asked that you have to arrange these marks in a tabular form using telemarks. So how can we do that? It is just on similar basis as we have discussed one example. So let us start. These are the marks 1 to 10. And now we need to start from the very first mark, that is 8. So 8 marks, so we need to put the 10 marks in front of 8. Then 1, 3, then 7, 6, 5 again, then 4, then 4 again, then 2, 4, 9. Yes, but as I am putting the lines under it, it is compulsory so that we can remember that till where we have written the marks. And it was 9 and I have marked it here, so 9 here. And now 5. So we have to be very much careful while putting the tally marks. Otherwise, if we note down the wrong data, that will be a question will be wrong. 6, 5, 2 and then 7. So we can remember 2 together, 2 and then 7. Then 7, 3. So it's 7 and then I'm putting 3, then 8, then 4, 2, 8, 9. I can remember 2, 8 and 9. 5, 8, 6. So 5, 8 and 6. So students, you can record all the tally marks as I have recorded here till end. Earlier I have written 10 by mistake, that I have erased. The marks are till 9 only. Now we can easily interpret how many number of students are here who got 1 mark, 2 mark and so on. So we can write here 2, 3, 3 and this is 5 and 2, 7, 6, 7 and 5 and then 4 and then 3. And as I earlier told you, these number, like how many times it is repeated, this. So this is known as frequency also. Now time to answer the questions which are asked after making table which we can answer. So that are, first is find how many students obtain marks equal to or more than 7. So equal to 7 there are 5 students and more than 7 there are 4 and 3 also, which get 8 and 9 marks. So I am just writing the answer here. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 we can say 9 and 3, 12. So 12 students are there who get equal to and more than 7 marks. So second part is how many students obtain marks below 4. So below 4 how many students? So below 4 is these students are getting the marks below 4. So this is 2 plus 3 plus 3. So that is 8 students get the marks below 4. Fine. So in this way we can write our answers based on this table. After doing question 1, the question 2 and 3 is similar to that you have to do yourself, students. And afterwards from question number 4, the questions have started off pictograph. And I'm telling you the question number 6 of pictograph. And one example we have already done. So on the basis of that you can complete this all remaining questions like question 4, 5 and 7 that you have to do yourself. Now I'm telling you question number 6. So the question is the sale of electric bulbs on different days of a week is shown below. Okay, this is the sale of the electric bulbs on different days like Monday these much bulbs, Tuesday this much and so on. but we need to see the key. This is really very important. This one figure of bulb is equals to 2 bulbs. This key we have, and according to that we have to interpret that on Monday how many electric bulbs have been sold. So you can just count like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 figures means they are 12 bulbs. Okay, now for Tuesday you can count like same: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 8 means on Tuesday 16, because we have to multiply it by 2, because one figure is equals to 2 bulbs. So here 4 bulbs figure is given, it means it'll 8, and 1 2 3 4 5 on Thursday, so it means 10 bulbs sold on Thursday. Now similarly for the Friday we can find out: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 means 14 will come, and on Saturday 1 2 3 4 it means 8, and on Sunday 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so 18. So this we have written that how many bulbs are sold on different days of the week. Now this is the pictograph we have interpreted, these much bulbs are sold. Now the questions are given under this pictograph, we need to answer these questions based on this. So the first question which is given I have written here, that is on next page of your book. First question is: how many bulbs were sold on Friday? So you can see how many bulbs we have just calculated, that is 14. So we can write here the answer: 14 bulbs. You can even completely write 14 bulbs were sold on Friday like this. Now the B part is: on which day were the maximum number of bulbs sold? So can you see and tell on which day? So the maximum bulbs are sold here on Sunday. So we can write the answer on Sunday. Okay. And let us read the C part. On which of the days same number of bulbs were sold? So same number of bulbs. Can you see and find? So it is very easy. It's on Wednesday and Saturday. You can see 8 bulbs are sold on both the days. So what are those days? Same number of bulbs were sold. So that the answer is on Wednesday. And what is the next day? That is Saturday. So you can write like the answers like this. Next is: on which of the days minimum number of bulbs were sold? So minimum number of bulbs you can see here, that is only 8. Okay, so means you need to write both the days, because both the days are there on which the minimum number of bulbs are sold. So on which of the days it is written, so we can write on Wednesday. And what is next? It is Saturday. So you can write like this. Now the next question is: if one big carton can hold 9 bulbs. Now suppose there is a carton in which you can put 9 bulbs. Okay, I have put dots here, 9 dots to show that. In one carton you can put 9 bulbs. How many cartons were needed in the given week? So before that we should know how many total bulbs are being sold in the complete week, means we need to add them. So after adding, the answer is 86. Okay, so we need to find out how many cartons are required to put 86 bulbs. So simply one thing always comes in our mind: let us divide 86 by 9. That is right somehow. If you divide it with 9, 9 nines are 81, and there is a remainder 5. So some students used to write the answer as 9. But just remember students, this 9 means 9 cartons are required for 81 bulbs. 5 bulbs are remaining again. So these bulbs the remaining 5 bulbs will going to put them in a different carton. Okay, that will be the 10th carton. So remember that the question here is that a big carton hold 9 bulbs. How many cartons were needed in the given week? So it is not said that you have to put necessarily 9 bulbs in one carton. Definitely we're going to put 9 in one, but lastly we left with 5. So those 5 will be going to put that in the 10th carton. So in this way the answer is 10 carton boxes. So how we can write this? In one carton box, we can put how many bulbs? That is 9 bulbs. So for 86 bulbs, because total is 86. So how many cartons we need? So we directly we can write we need 10 carton boxes. So this is it, student. This is the answer of the E part of question number 6. I hope you have understood these type of question. You can interpret, you can understand the data given in pictograph and answer the questions which are given below. So you need to complete exercise 9.1 after this. Thank you, students.